I'm going to read for you tonight a chapter of Record Store Tales. I'm going to read for you chapter 7. Let's start there. This is Catherine Ladano's album, Masked. Masked. I'm going to read from you Record Store Tales Part 7, A Shitty Story. August 1995. Beautiful, warm summer day. The sun was up early, and so was I. It was Sunday, the best day to work at the store. Sunday was just a 4-hour shift, and in the summer, very slow. It was your basic fun day to be at work, cleaning away and listening to tunes in air conditioning. I usually walked to work. I put on some shorts and a big baggy t-shirt and headed out on foot. The best way cut across this school and park with 2 baseball diamonds. While walking, I couldn't help but think of how great life was. The sun was out, it was summer. I only had to work 4 hours. My family was at the cottage for that weekend, so I had the place to myself when they got home too. Right in between the first baseball field and the second, I felt my stomach gurgle a bit. I'd had the farts quite a bit that morning, but that was nothing unusual. I continued along my path. It sure was a quiet day in town that morning. I loved the way the sun was shining through the leaves. As the gurgles continued, I entered the mall. I strode down the empty hallway to the big glass window of our store and opened the door. Just when I had closed the door, locked it behind me, and was in an enclosed space, I let off another stinker. It was rotten, like an egg that had just been dropped behind me. It was powerful and sour. They kept coming too, in little squirts here and there. I started to feel crampy. I've picked the right music too. This sounds like farts. I picked out my music for the day, Joe Satriani. Opened the door. It's amazing I remember that it was Joe Satriani, but yeah, it was. Opened the door, letting out the smell, and waited for customers. I was really starting to feel rotten. I worked the first 2 hours just farting up a storm. Unsurprisingly, I didn't have many customers that day. They could probably smell me down the hall. I don't know what I ate, but I know what my sausage farts smelled like, and this was worse. I wasn't feeling too mobile anymore, so I pulled up the chair. Suddenly, I really had to shit. I was still farting too. 2 o'clock rolled around. I made it halfway through the day. The rest should be no problem. Halfway there. Point of no return. Ha! Whatever. Piece of cake. Only a few people came in. The cleaning could wait. I just tell the truth. I wasn't feeling that well. Besides, I could really just catch up the next day anyway. I farted again. It felt good. I felt a tremendous amount of relief. Then, the horror struck. The feeling that something wasn't right. The smell. I looked down to see a tiny trickle of liquid shit rolling down my leg. There was someone in the store. Holy shit, I couldn't leave. Oh fuck, oh fuckity fuck, fuck. Although I was in complete denial of it at the time, there was no way that guy didn't smell me. There was no fucking way. It was unavoidable. It was a wall of stench just hanging there, stale in the air. It was incredible. Still, the man had etiquette. As he paid for his cassette, he politely asked me, "Are you feeling okay? You're turning green." I told him I'd thrown up earlier. He wished me well and left. Completely and totally freaking out, I waddled over to the door and locked the store. We didn't have a washroom. I had no choice. I had to make it to the Walmart washroom and fast. I prayed to God that it would be empty. I improvised a back in 5 minutes sign. Tried to waddle anonymously down the hall. I hung a right, down another hall. Why the hell were the washrooms so far away? I entered. It was empty. I entered a stall, bracing myself for whatever lay ahead. I took a deep breath and prepared to look down below. It was bad. A deep puddle of rich brown liquid shit lay in my undies. Luckily, it had acted as a bowl to catch most of it. A few streams went down my legs, but none reached my socks. Small victory, I'll take that. I had no choice. There was only one thing to do. I removed my shorts and then carefully removed the underwear while maintaining the bowl shape. Then I flushed them down the toilet. I prayed that it would not plug. It did not. Grasping a generous amount of toilet paper, I cleaned myself up the best I could. The washroom still empty. I wet some paper towels as well. My shorts had been stained through. I cleaned them up as best I could, but they were definitely tainted. Luckily, my baggy shirt, when untucked, more or less covered the stain. I sat there on the store chair the next 2 hours, not moving my ass once. I phoned up Tom, who was in Waterloo. "I just threw up, man," I lied. "What should I do? Should I go home? I have 2 more hours to go." Tom urged me to go home, but some perverse sense of duty prevented it. I'd hang in there. That day, our store earned a record low amount, $99 in sales for the day. That record stood the whole time I worked there. Even the worst snow days we've ever had, my record stood. I closed up shop. Spraying our vinyl chair with a healthy dose of Lysol, I wiped it down. It stank. I cleaned it up again until the smell was gone. The last of the evidence was wiped clean. I waddled home, the shit now drying in the crack of my ass. As I walked, the friction turned to heat. The heat turned to burning, and the burning turned to agony. I walked through the park. Listen to the music. I walked through the park, now occupied by many people watching a baseball game. I strode between the crowd and the diamond, the only pathway. I walked like I had a pickle up my ass. I got home, tossed out the shorts, ran a shower, and cleaned myself thoroughly with generous amounts of soap. After my shower, I just ran a cold bath and soaked. When you have a day like that, you can handle anything, I guarantee it. I am not ashamed of my incontinence. Rather, there is a lesson here. Shitting your pants is definitely a good reason to close the store early. Amen. Oh my God.